Hello guys, today we will understand the fundamentals of naadi and the cause of trouble or the badhaga. Okay, this is a blank paper, so we are just trying to fold it into two halves. Now if you try to fold it this way, you are seeing that the colored part is outside. Okay, so we call it the surrounding, and this is the so there is a boundary all the way. You can see the boundary here, and there is something inside is blank, there is no colored part, so we are trying to say this as a null set. So nothing is inside, represented by Venus, nothing represented by Sun, and everything is outside, represented by Jupiter. This is a null set, so everything is outside. So this is inside, boundary, outside we have written here, and this particular side is called right half or the Pingala Nadi. Okay, so you have the right half of the Nadi, which is the null set. Now we are going to flip it down. On the left side you can see the colored part is inside, so everything is inside. So this is represented by everything or the moon, surrounding which is Mercury, system which is Mars. So this is left half or the Ida Nadi. So this is a universe set because everything is inside, and you can see that the other representation is Ketu, or a part when it is upright every content is inside, so we call it the Ketu. Here you can see that the part representation is Rahu, so when you place the part upside down all the contents are thrown outside, so all the colored part is outside. So the third and Nadi is the Susumna Nadi. Here you can see that it's going through the middle part, it's separating the universe set and the null set, the middle Nadi, and we represent by the Saturn or the line that separates the Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi. So this is the fundamental idea of a body. So we generally think that if the right half is content is inside, the left also the content should be inside. So it's not the other way, it's generally the flip side. So this is the Nadi representation. Now we are trying to do the same thing here. Okay, but now this time we are trying to draw it on both sides. Okay, here also the left side is universe set, the content is inside, right side is null set, the content is outside. Here if you see flip side, left side is Ida Nadi, content is inside, right side is null set, content is outside. Okay, so both has a system, boundary, surrounding, system, boundary, surrounding. Okay, now how we are trying to do is we are trying to create a flow in one direction. You can see the arrow pointing this way. So when the flow is happening in one way, both for the this side and the back side, it's the same wind flowing. Okay, it's not like here it will flow like this way and the opposite side will flow like the other way. So here you can see that it's going from Rahu to Ketu, because Rahu is null set going to universe set. From nothing to universe it's a growth, so it's the Uttarayana. Now we are trying to just see it the opposite way. You can see the other side also it's flowing the same way. You can see that it's just flowing the opposite way. Here it's going from Ketu to Rahu, from universe set to null set, which is Dakshinayana, or it's the coming back to nothingness. So it's the Dakshinayana journey. So here every area of this paper is being numbered. So here I am representing the boundary by 1. You can see that the same number 1 is represented on the other side also. Here the system I am numbering 5. The other side also I am representing the same system 5. Here I am representing 3 for surrounding. Here also I am representing 3 for the surrounding. Okay. Here again the boundary, here I am representing by number 2. here the boundary I am representing by 2, system by 4. You can see that the system is represented by number 4, surrounding by 6, and then the surrounding by 6. Okay, so whenever I say 6, it's 6 on either side. Whenever I say 3, it's 3 on either side. Okay, that's the convention we are following. And we are also adding additional symbols to uniquely differentiate between the null set. Here it's represented by Capricorn symbol. You can see the symbol here, but if you see the null set flip side, it's represented by Leo. Okay, the same thing, null set here, the always the null set to the left side, universe set to the right side. You can see the flip side, but just since to maintain the flow direction of Uttarayana and Dakshinayana, we are trying to give different symbols. So now first we will try to understand the Uttarayana part. So in the Uttarayana, you can see that it's starting from here and going all the way 6 steps ahead. So the first rule is the boundary changes. So you can see what is the boundary here. Boundary is, null set boundary is sun. Okay, sun. We are represented by Capricorn symbol. The boundary changes from null set to universe set. So the boundary is shifted from a null set to universe set boundary. Here it is represented by Aquarius sign. Okay, 1 to 2. Next, what we are saying, the outside changes to inside. So you can see that what is there, the content. Okay, when you treat the outside as inside, the inside becomes outside. That's how the design is. So you are more focused on what is the content. So the content here on the left side is on the surrounding. So you want to bring all the content, treat whatever is outside as mine. So you are interested in bringing the outside to inside. So outside, how it is represented? It's the Pisces symbol. Sympathy and self-sacrifice are connected. That's the symbol how you have to read. Okay, Pisces, which is the sign of Jupiter. We call it the own house. Okay, that's how you have to call these things. Okay, Pisces to Aries. So the contents of outside has become inside. Aries, which is the sign of own house of Mars. 3 to 4. So if what is outside goes inside, so what is inside should go outside. That's the third step. What is inside here? Null set inside Venus is the own house is Taurus, and then to Gemini, which is the own house of Mercury. So you can see that boundary shift, bring what is outside inside. So what is inside goes outside. That's the journey of Uttarayana. Now we will try to do the same journey for Dakshinayana. So this is the Dakshinayana half of the thing. You can see that it's the other half, the 6 houses on the other side. Here what's happening? You have to move from what direction? From universe set to null set. So the part upright to part upside down. Here first again the same rule. First the boundary changes. The boundary, what is the boundary of universe set? Cancer. And then universe set boundary, null set boundary, Leo. Boundary changes. Then bring what is outside inside. So what is outside here? Mercury, which is the Virgo. So you can see that it's the sting of scorpion, but this whole extra line here, there is a special intuition to avoid this all the passionate problems. So that's why it's called the Virgo or the Virgin sign. So okay, here from Virgo you are moving to what is inside, which is the Leo, Libra, which own house of Venus. Libra is the own house of Venus, and Virgo is the own house of Mercury. Okay, so what is outside becomes inside. So what is inside should go outside, right? What is inside here? Which is the Scorpio. Mars goes outside. So outside is Sagittarius, or the sign of faith. You can see the arrow here, upward arrow. Okay, so here again boundary changes. What is outside becomes inside, what is inside goes outside. Okay, here we are having again 6 signs. So we are trying to, we have already numbered this one, we have used the same number here, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So you can see that how the concept of badhagadipathi works. The badhagadipathi works this way. We human beings have a thinking that the boundary and the system is mine and the surrounding is outside. This is the major shift in thinking which we all should get first of all. Without that we cannot live happily. So we should not think that only this boundary and system is mine, the surrounding is not mine. Till then how we will see how it's going to affect. So boundary and system, see, this is how, this is the system sign. System, these two area is system, this is boundary area. You can see that sun, moon as the boundary, Mars, Venus is the system. This two is the system sign, these two is the boundary sign, and these 4 corners are the surroundings. Okay, so boundary and system itself is a problem. Okay, suppose if you have a team of 5 members, the 5 individual members are system for the team boundary. Okay, so what is the rule here? The same side boundary is a badhaga for the system. So why it's the same side? Because we saw that it's the Uttarayana. Uttarayana is one side, Dakshinayana is the opposite side. Uttarayana is one side, Dakshinayana is the opposite side. So in Uttarayana, you can see that what is the system here. Uttarayana system is Aries. Here you are saying the Aries, where is the Aries here? This is the Aries, and then the boundary which is the Aquarius, the same side. Okay, the color, it's not the, it's the universe set itself we are referring. One is the system and one is the boundary. So these are the 5 team members and this is the team. So the team is a badhaga to its member. Okay, now we are trying to shift to think who is the problem for this boundary. So this is the boundary. Who is the problem for this boundary? You have to just flip it down. So the same number 2 to the number 2, if you flip it here, 2 and 4, the opposite side, the same thing. Now the system of the reverse side is badhaga for this boundary. So here number 2 and then number 4, say 2, same 2 4, you can see here 2 and 4. Here for this boundary, this system becomes the badhaga. Now this is both system and boundary is on the same Dakshinayana. So here you can see that the system, for the system Venus, the badhaga is what? Its own boundary, which is the Sun, Leo. For Libra, Leo is badhagadipathi. For Leo, again boundary, for our boundary, what is the badhagadipathi? It's the flip side. For Leo, system of the flip side, which is Aries is the badhagadipathi. For Aries, same side boundary, which is Aquarius is the badhagadipathi, or the trouble creator. For again for Aquarius, Libra is the badhagadipathi. So you now saw one square here. Similarly, the same square you can do it for the opposite side also. Here for boundary, for this boundary, this system is badhagadipathi. This is Capricorn, this is Scorpio. For Scorpio, which is the system, the same side boundary, which is Cancer, is the badhagadipathi. For Cancer, it's again, since it's a boundary, it's a flip side system, which is Taurus is the badhagadipathi. For Taurus, same, since it's a system, same side boundary, which is Capricorn is the badhagadipathi. You can see that the system boundary are, for the team members, the team is the problem. For the team, the members of another team is the problem. For the members of the other team, its own team, the boundary is the problem. So that's how this badhagadipathi works. Here you can see that system and boundary itself are mutually opposing. Now the surrounding is problem in their own way. You can see that the 3 here, where is the number 3? Number 3 again. You can see that for Virgo, Pisces is the problem. For Pisces, Virgo is the problem. So the surrounding are mutually problematic when you, the flip side surrounding, the flip side of the surrounding is badhagadipathi. Again the flip side surrounding of this one, Sagittarius, this is Gemini. So Sagittarius and Gemini are the same flip side problems, this line. Each is a problem too. So human being is not, he should stop thinking that he is just the system. He should have a holistic view that he includes the system, boundaries and also the surrounding. So the problem need not be always from the surrounding. The problem can be from the system also, and also the problem can also be from the boundary as well. So you should know how to use the badhagadipathi to analyze. How you can analyze is, suppose a planet, you are interested, suppose this happens to be your independence, okay, you want to be very independent, and here some planet is there. So this planet will act as a badhagadipathi for this aspect. So you might thus, if that person say he is the sun, suppose sun is there, so your father itself will be acting to against your sense of independence. He will not be able to keep you independent. Similarly, if suppose your mind wants to be free, and you are interested in, suppose this is where your status is. So this is the 10th house, for example. If this should be the 10th house, this should be your lagna, right? So this is the 10th house. So you are interested in status, but suppose some planet is placed here. So this planet will act against you being in a high status. So the same views, planets, when they are free of the flow, are in their respective states of free nadis, Ida nadi, Pingala nadi, the planet. But when it is subject to a flow, it's an oscillation from null set to universe set, and then universe set to null set. So it's just the oscillation. You cannot have just the one way and not the other. You cannot have just the, okay, Uttarana alone, I'll keep on increasing in my life. No, it's not going to happen. So if you go up, you have to come down back. So they are all tied together. How you go up, how you come down will depend upon your initial configuration. That's how it is. So now I hope you would have understood the concept of a nadi, and also how badhagadipathi you have to see. So generally how they say is, this is how they call the Chara Rasi, Sthira Rasi, and then this is the Ubhaya Rasi. For Chara, the 11th house is badhagadipathi, for which is the Sthira sign. For Sthira, 9th house is the badhagadipathi, which is the Chara sign. So here this is the Chara Rasi, so its 11th house is badhagadipathi. For Sthira Rasi, again the 9th house is badhagadipathi. How you count 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How you count 11? Start from that house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that way you can. And for Ubhaya Rasi, The seventh house is badhagadipathi. You start from here, count 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So the same opposite. Here again you can have opposite. So that's how you used to understand that nobody is free from troubles, and you should know how to understand that the system, boundary and surrounding everything together for a holistic view, so that you can live happily. Thank you.